What's going on, YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about DC versus Vampires issue number 5 of 12. Well, I guess there's technically 13 now because there's supposed to be like a spin-off issue in the May solicitation. So I think they're going to do this one and then take a break and then maybe come back. I don't know how it's all going to work out, but like this one was written by James Tynion IV and Matthew Rosenberg with art by Otto Schmidt. But there's also another artist, Simone DeMeo, I think that's how you pronounce it. They've done some variants for the Robin book or a couple of the covers that have been looking really, really good. So it's a very unique style. So you get two very distinct styles, but I mean, why isn't, you know, the other artist credited on the cover here? That's a little odd. Was it like a last minute edition? I don't know, but they should be on the cover there with their name and everything. Oh, it looks like we got their crossover here. Oh, look, cool. Yeah, not really. So yeah, there's two ongoing storylines in this particular issue. So far in DC versus Vampires, we've primarily focused on the Justice League and the Bat family and all that. Now we're integrating the Suicide Squad into the comic itself. So that's where the Simone DeMeo style comes in. It's a very distinctly different style from Otto Schmidt. Not sure why there's two different artists on this thing, but in a way it kind of works for this thing because you got for the two different stories, it's distinguished by the two very different art styles. And like I said, I've praised Otto Schmidt's work on this thing, and I think it's very good. Now, this issue, there's a few moments where it's kind of tough to make out what's like really going on, same with the other artist style. But basically, Justice League is going toe-to-toe with Batman and Green Arrow because Hal Jordan has turned Wonder Woman, killed Barry Allen, and now they're working for the whole vampire thing. So some of the Justice League thinks, like, Wonder Woman and Hal have convinced some of the Justice League that Batman is secretly a vampire. So they go toe-to-toe and they battle all the other stuff. Suicide Squad, same thing. Some of them are vampires, some of them are not. And crazy stuff goes on there. Cyborg doesn't believe, is like, okay, we can help you, Batman, but it's not really working. Then we have something going on with the Red Hood right there. So like I said, there's two distinct stories. You get the various Bat family members. Barbara actually helps Harley Quinn at one point in the Suicide Squad. Martian Manhunter gets kind of teleported away. You get Vampire Wonder Woman, which is pretty cool. Like I said, there's definitely some crazy looking artwork in here with her like kind of going after Hawkgirl. So that was kind of cool. Damian comes in with that. Like I said, there's one moment where it's a little tough to kind of see like what's going on at times, but it's kind of distinguished later on. Like, okay, so like I said, right here, like when you get like the action with the bike right here, it's kind of tough to see, oh, there's actually two Robins on there, but like which one? So yeah, so you got that there, and then they set up things for the next issue. So Batman blows up the Batmobile or the Batcave along with Wayne Manor to kind of like slow down the Justice League. He's kind of hurt and injured. Ollie is on the back of Tim's bike and they're trying to escape right here. So the Arrow family and the Bat family are kind of the non-powered superheroes aren't turned. Superman isn't turned just yet, but the way things are kind of indicated right here, it seems that things are going to go a little bit crazy for the Man of Steel in the next issue. So yeah, overall consensus, like I said, DC versus Vampires is continuing to be one of the big surprises with DC Comics for me lately. I'm really, really enjoying it. Love the artwork. The storyline's fun because you never know who's exactly going to be a vampire or what's going to happen. This issue, the two art styles, it's a little bit distracting, and I still think the other artists should be credited on the cover of this thing, because like when you go in this thing, oh, it's just going to continue to just be Otto Schmidt. So like it is a little bit jarring. Like sometimes it can be tough to distinguish a few little bits in certain panels, but for the most part, I think it looks really, really good and really cool. So get some good action in there. And is this my favorite issue so far of DC versus Vampires? I wouldn't say that, but it is still a pretty good one. I mean, DC versus Vampires as a whole has just been a fun little Elseworld storyline, and like I said, I like the idea of the vampire angle because you never know who's going to be a vampire when somebody can turn in an instant. I think it keeps the story a lot more suspenseful and exciting because at any moment, somebody can turn out to be a vampire. You never know who you can trust. So, like, every issue, I'm like, okay, who's going to turn this time? Who's going to turn this time? So I'm like, is it going to be a Bat family member? Is it going to be you? Is it going to be you? Who's the vampire? So that's kind of the fun of it all. But, yeah, what are your thoughts on DC versus Vampires number 5? Did you like this issue? Did you dislike it? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications. Come back later on. I got a couple more videos coming out this week. There's a few comics I haven't gotten around to reading yet, like Task Force Z and Detective Comics. This is a busy week for me when it comes to comics. There's always just so much to cover. And next week's going to be pretty busy too, because I'll actually be seeing the Batman on Tuesday, so look forward to that video. And I'm going to try and get some more stuff out by this weekend. So yeah, that's all I got to say. As always, thank you all for reading this. Post your comments down below. Yeah, all right. Well, as always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.